This is the Milo Beasley Show. This is the Milo Beasley Show. There's only one thing you need to know. This is the Milo Beasley Show. And now, here's your host, Milo Beasley.
Hi. Don't know if anybody is watching. Nope, nobody's watching. So we're just hanging out right now. Nothing's going on. Waiting for Josh Martin to join. Waiting on Guy, Joe, everybody else that is going to join. Obviously, they're not going to be able to spend the entire night with us, but they'll be here. We'll have a lot of fun guests throughout this entire show. So I'm watching on Peacock. So don't know if you guys are watching on the network. Don't know if you guys are watching on Peacock. I'm interested to see how far off, because it is still on the network. So I'm wondering how far off the network is going to be versus how far Peacock is. Like, it's 7:00 and Peacock says we're still a minute away. So like, what happens if I go to the network? We're going to find out. Are you guys seeing the same thing? We're like, oh yeah, we're a minute off because it's going to start at 7:02, because that makes sense. Let's see. I'm not even signed in. Right. Not signed in. So here we're just doing things. Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. I'm just talking to myself. Yeah, like so. All right, so nobody's here. So I'm just so to me, it looks like to me that the WWE Network is ahead of Peacock. So we're talking to ourselves. Nobody's joining. I don't even know. Nobody's watching, right? Sorry, there's nothing going on the stream yet. All right. Hey, we got a viewer, maybe. All right. So it definitely looks like the WWE Network is ahead of Peacock. So I don't know what that means. So like, I want everyone who's watching to be on the same page. So that way, like, oh, we're like, oh my God, 1, 2, 3, yay, who blah, blah, blah wins. I don't want people like, spoilers. I have two things going on right now, like as far as like audio, because I'm watching the network and Peacock. So I'm trying to figure out who, again, which one is which. All right. So, or maybe is Peacock ahead? I'm so confused now. All right. So there's the network. Hey, everyone who's starting to trickle in. We're watching Fastlane tonight. Maybe. Okay. Are you guys watching on? Let's see. Yeah, you can chat. You can chat in the thing. Are you guys watching on Peacock or the network? Oh yeah, the network is definitely network's like a minute ahead for sure. So if you're watching on Peacock and not the network, I'm gonna watch on network just so I could try to be ahead of the game. Apologies if we spoil anything. So just got word that some of our guests, Guy Hutchinson, Joe Caramagna, are both going to be on about 7:30. So that should be fun. They've never met each other. So we might just be ignoring the wrestling and just chatting amongst ourselves. Guy Hutchinson, for those who don't know, host of Drunk on Disney, also does commentary for FSCW, Fantasy Super Cosplay Wrestling, right? Is that right? Yes. At the GalaxyCon events, has his own. This is Peacock is way behind. A lover of the wrestling for a very long time, and Joe is actually he works for Marvel and Disney Comics. He wrote for Frozen, DuckTales, Big Hero 6 comics. He's worked on a ton of Marvel comics as a letterer for, I think, 14 years, he said. So, also a huge wrestling fan. So, yeah, and you can ask him Marvel questions because who cares about wrestling? What else? Yeah, now Peacock, now it's not even playing. So, great job. This is, I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can show this part because it's just. But look, stuff just fell. Yeah, good job, Peacock. I'm gonna go and see what just fell. Be right back. Something went wrong on the Peacock. Good start to things. It was a dumpster fire. This, so far, Peacock is a dumpster fire. All right. Is it back up? Are you guys all right? Again, am I talking to myself here? Probably. This whole night is garbage. So it wouldn't surprise me if I'm just talking to myself all night. Yeah, Peacock, not very good. So, all right, we're watching Fastlane on WWE Network. For the last time, we're watching a WWE pay-per-view, unless Peacock is really, really bad and they decide to not do it because... if you can't stream because there's too many users, then Mania is going to be horrible. All right, so we have, this is what for the women's tag team championship. Nia and Shayna taking on Sasha. What? Man. Sorry, I got distracted because Shayna just looks like she wants to hurt somebody. So yes, so Sasha and Bianca Belair. She's gonna hurt somebody tonight. Hey, everybody who's watching and joining along with me. Bearsley's hanging out back here as well. So I got one screen over here. We're watching Fastlane. Curious to see if you guys are doing the exact same thing. If you guys are watching on one screen, hanging out with me on the other, because that would be awesome. All right. So again, I'd like to know what you guys think of this matchup. We just saw it last pay-per-view, right? We just saw it last pay-per-view. And now they're doing the Shayna and Nia going back and forth like they've always done, but yet they always end up winning. But now Bianca and Sasha going back and forth. So there's no cohesive tag team for the tag team championship. I'm not a huge fan of the tag teams that are always bickering, because especially when they're like if they're singles wrestlers and they're always bickering, it's like there's no reason why an established tag team who likes each other and works well together isn't going to beat those two singles wrestlers who are bickering and fighting. Watching on my phone and watching Fastlane on TV. Awesome. So, okay. So you're watching. So Jeff, are you watching on Peacock or are you watching on the network? I would love to see a one-on-one match with these two, with Bianca and Shayna. But I gotta say, I am looking forward to Bianca and Sasha at WrestleMania. All right, so Jeff said he is watching on the Peacock. So, all right, so currently, right now, Shayna is attempting to lock in. Well, no, Bianca just for a power bomb. So, are you there? It's so hard to tell, like without actually talking to somebody. Am I ahead of you? Am I behind you? It's interesting to see. All right, so I just went back to Peacock, and Peacock appears to be a minute, if not more, behind, at least for me. So Peacock appears to be at least a minute behind the WWE network. So this is what I don't want. I don't want, to be talking about 1, 2, 3, and then somebody's like, oh, wait, that's going to happen when? And then hashtag spoilers. But I guess if we're all eventually all on Peacock, then it doesn't really matter if we're all a minute behind. I'm going to text Josh Martin here and be like, hey, buddy, did you forget? Because, time zones and stuff. Oh, there he is. There's our dude. Yo.
How are you?
I am good. You don't look like you're watching a pay-per-view.
Dude, I am not. I'm on my way back from San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
And I thought I could get the pay-per-view on my phone. But it's not showing up on my phone.
Oh, really?
I don't have an internet connection. I don't have an internet connection is my problem.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Right. So if I can turn on data roaming, let's see. I might just pay for
roaming. If this was like roaming. If this was like 2000, you'd be charged like $3,000 for your data roaming.
Right. Yes. Let's see if it works.
So Josh, were you out? Did you have a show this weekend?
Yeah, me and Ray came to San Antonio to do an appearance at this little it's called Andy's Treasure Chest in San Antonio at Traders Village. Apparently there's one in Houston and there's one in Grand Prairie, and we made some connections to go there as well in the future. So that's good.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I have the WWE network. I'm ready to watch the pay-per-view, but it won't connect. And I got you here. And not only do I got here, but I was going to have a surprise appearance by Rager too.
Rager's out there. Is he pumping gas?
Right? Yeah. No, he's having a cigarette.
Ah. So yeah, I know that there was actually a convention in Houston this weekend.
Oh, was there? Okay.
Yeah.
No, nothing about it.
Yeah, I know a couple folks I had. Yeah, a couple folks that I know were there. So interesting. You know, I guess it's hopeful that conventions are a thing again.
It's starting to open back up. Listen, driving to San Antonio on Friday was ridiculous, and getting out of San Antonio today was ridiculous. I would have called you sooner and done it, but we were trying to get out of town. I finally got on the toll to go around Austin. Now we're stopped at a gas station to fuel up. Got on, hey, my man.
See, there's my Red Bull.
And got hooked up. Yeah, there's your Red Bull. So, yeah, there we are. What do you think? What are you thinking? What should we do?
You know what I mean?
Talking to Milo.
I mean,
What you think?
so yeah, I mean, unfortunately you can't get it, but I mean, if you wanted, so how far is the trip home then?
Oh, we've got like 9:30 or so.
Oh wow.
So I mean, I'm good. But I don't have. I won't see this. I won't see the action.
Yeah, that's a bummer, and yeah, I wish I could just show. Right, yeah, I wish I could just turn and be like, "Hey, here's this thing," but we can't.
Yeah, I tried to get it on my. Can you do it online? You can't do it on WWE.com anymore, can you?
Do you have Peacock?
Oh no, not yet. I was waiting until my subscription ran out.
I do.
You do have Peacock? Is it on your phone?
Okay.
Oh, Chris has got Peacock on his phone.
Oh, we may be able to find a way. Life finds a way.
Sometimes it does. Let's see. Is it viewable on Peacock already?
Yes, it is. Today is the first. It is the first pay-per-view of the Peacock era, right? That's.
Oh boy. Okay.
I feel like I'm watching Reno 911.
Oh. Which one am I? I feel like I'm the one with the really bad hair, the porn stash.
Dangle,
we got to get you some super
shorts.
I don't think you're gentrifying me.
All right, so Josh, right now in the ring we have the women's tag team match, which is Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax taking on Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair just hit a 450 splash off the top rope.
Oh, that's my girl.
Oh, things aren't looking good. Reginald got involved. Things are not looking good.
Reggie's already interfering, huh?
Uh-oh. Looks like we may have new champs. We may have new champs.
That quick?
They
just said moving on, huh?
Wow. Okay. Well, okay. So Sasha had Shayna in a submission, which I don't know if you're ever going to be able to get Shayna to submit, but Nia just broke up the submission by throwing Bianca onto her.
Uh-oh. Wow.
What are we supposed to be watching?
Peacock, Fastlane.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So, Joe, are you watching on Peacock or are you watching on the network?
I'm watching on the network.
Yeah, so same. because there was a finish. I don't know if you want spoilers, Josh, or anybody again who apparently, if you're on Peacock, you're like it's like a minute behind the network.
Really?
Yeah, so that's what. Yeah, because I had both of them pulled up to see who would be, if it would be same or if it would be one ahead of the other, and it looks like Peacock is actually like a minute behind.
Wow.
That's going to be a problem in Vegas. Questions?
Okay, so maybe not.
What do you think, Joe?
Okay, so maybe not too far. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything. You'd be like, oh, so and so just won, and then people would be like, oh, I hadn't got there yet.
Well, you know what? I was watching the network on my iPad, and then I put the network on my computer so I could use my iPad to talk to you.
Right.
And my computer was like a full minute behind. I guess it all depends,
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the Peacock thing. I'm not a fan of the whole user experience on Peacock, so I'm a little.
Same.
I wanted to keep the network for now.
Same, exactly. Oh, Sasha just smacked Bianca.
See, I didn't see that yet. Look, I see them arguing. Oh wait, was I looking at you when it happened? I don't know. I'll let you know. Oh, wait, no, I think I feel a smack coming. Oh, there it is. Now I saw the smack.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Time elapsed. We need to time that.
But see, we're both on the network, though. That's interesting.
Yeah. If I were watching on my iPad,
I see what we did here.
We would be synced up.
I see
All right, so Josh,
we did here. We're hitting up Bianca.
All right.
We've got it. We've got it on Peter's phone. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
We're good. This is gonna work. We're gonna travel to Dallas, Texas, doing a watch along on WWE. Ladies and gentlemen, we're putting her in reverse. Here we go.
All right, Joe. This is Josh. Josh and Chris.
Hello, Josh.
They're voice actors, most notably from the Dragon Balls.
Oh, awesome.
And Josh, this is Joe. He works for Marvel and Disney.
It's a pleasure to meet you, man.
Oh yeah, right on.
Yeah, same here.
Chris Rager here, voice of Mr. Tord. All things Mr. Uh-oh. Looks like somebody else made.
Oh, someone else popping in?
Oh,
If they end up recasting Mr. Ed, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah. All things Mr. All right.
All right, so so it looks
Need
like
my
going
drink.
into
Okay.
Mania. See, I expected them to do the thing where they had like the tag champs face each other, like either Asuka and Charlotte last pay-per-view, but I guess not. And then Bianca and Sasha, I expected them to win, so they would have the two tag champs face each other. But I'm kind of glad that they didn't do that because it gives Shayna and Nia a chance to actually be on WrestleMania and defend their tag titles instead of all the belts just being lumped in one match.
I was hoping that Nia and Shayna would turn on each other and we could see that match for Mania.
That would be
the way it's been going the past couple of weeks. That it was kind of leaning that way, right?
right. I mean, I think it's been leaning that way since the start of their tag.
That is true. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good point. But I mean, with Reginald coming in and everything,
Right.
yeah, I thought for sure that they would lose tonight, and one would blame the other, and Reginald would get involved, and then they would set up a match for Mania. There's a lot of stuff tonight that I expected to see at Mania, like Braun Strowman and Shane.
Right. Well,
and also Sheamus and Drew McIntyre too.
Well, it looks like
we're setting that up for Mania, but we've seen it.
It looks like Shane McMahon is selling a knee injury.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's selling a knee injury. So I don't think that is happening tonight. I'm going to say that it happens at Mania.
Yeah, I don't want to
use
use
that word
tonight.
a little too. I don't know if selling is quite what he's doing.
That's true.
All right.
We're
Guy.
moving back. Sorry, the arm.
Good evening.
We're gonna make this work.
Good evening, guy. We got a full house here.
Guy.
How's it going? Good to see you all.
Good to see you.
Man, so Shane's out. What's going on here?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So, guy, we're trying to figure. So, are you watching on Peacock or are you watching on the network?
I'm watching on Peacock. But you know, the network disappeared from my TV. I think it.
This is what a lot of. So people are saying that I tried to get network on my Roku and it said video unavailable.
Mm-hmm.
So looks.
Yeah, no. I got an email maybe yesterday that said final notice. Your thing is over, but it disappeared like it off my Roku TV. The actual app is no longer there.
Wow. All right. So they just showed Apollo Crews. So they're showing his video package. Have you guys got to that yet?
No, I'm looking at Shane limping into the building, but it says we wanted to remind you that WWE Network is moving to Peacock and that your current WWE subscription will not renew. To continue watching WWE Network, including Fastlane, live on Sunday, March 21st, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then they said there's a special offer where I could put in the code Peacock Mania and get the same price they gave me when I went to the website without the code.
Oh.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, great deal.
All right.
Now,
so I just pulled it up. I just pulled up on Peacock. So right now they're showing the graphic for Big E and Apollo.
Yeah.
So they're just now going into the video package on Peacock.
Right. So you guys are, so WWE Network is ahead of this.
Yes. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. If everyone is watching on Peacock, I'll move the Peacock to make sure that I'm not spoiling stuff or seeing stuff before anybody else.
Or just talk real slow.
1, 2.
Oh, it's
All
a
right.
slow count.
All right, I'm going Peacock. I'm going off. I'm pulling off the WWE Network bandwagon on Peacock now.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for Peacock yet. I can't make the move. I feel like I'm left out of the club.
All right. So what are you looking at right now?
I'm seeing them put Big E on a stretcher.
All right. So you're probably
I'm in the
now
video
ahead.
package. I'm ahead of
so
you now. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you're ahead of me because I fell back.
Yeah. I just saw. They just hit him in the back with the stairs.
That's
so
exactly, we are right on.
On Peacock, you can see the new Punky Brewster show, and I believe it's episode 11. I think I haven't watched it yet, but it says Izzy is obsessed with WWE. So if you're interested in more wrestling content, you can watch the Rock show. It said it looks like there's a lot not on Peacock that was on the network. Like I couldn't find primetime wrestling. I couldn't find any of the old.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they
maybe
said that
maybe it'll migrate.
Yeah, that's what they said. Overtime, they'll be putting more and more and more and stuff on there.
You may remember a few years ago they upgraded the network and they had a whole new layout and everything, which was the one up until it just ended. And when they did that, they lost a ton of stuff and then it slowly came back. So.
Right.
But what the thing about it is what I want the network for is to watch. I love watching the new stuff, but I love watching the old stuff. And it drives me nuts that because there were a couple Royal Rumbles that were not aired anywhere. They were just, local events,
right. Yep.
But they, as far as I know, they have the camera that was set to the monitor above in the arena, there would,
right.
And they have those. And I like that kind of stuff. It's like, put it on there. That's what I want to see.
Right. Like that's the one that Hacksaw won, right?
There's one that was on television, but they did it a few times before that. It was something that would just be a local thing. They'd come to your town. They'd do a Royal Rumble. And so yeah, I'd love to see more. I love watching those old house shows. I went to go see a WWE house show in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania during the Attitude Era. And then I saw a house show the next night at New York City at Madison Square Garden. and it was move for move the exact same show. It was same finishes, same spots. I mean, I felt like I was a genius. I was sitting there calling things before they happened.
All right, so it looks like
I like his
so
scarf.
this next match is Apollo Crews and Big E.
Man,
I'm a
I hope he
huge-
stabs him with this spear, man. That'll be
I'm a huge fan of what they're doing with Big E right now. So what is everyone's predictions for this? God, that is a big spear.
Yes.
What is everyone's predictions for this match?
I just want to talk about the spear for a little bit before we get because it's not only a big spear, but if you look at the bottom, it's got like this metal Q-tip on the other end, which I think is like a weight. Yeah.
I wonder how heavy.
Do you think the spear is going to come involved in the match?
This is an FSCW guy.
Well, I know he's not going to stab him. Well, it's like Triple H with the sledgehammer. He never actually hits people with it. He always does the. I would have to assume Big E wins here, but they have been certainly treating Apollo Crews a lot better lately. So I don't think he's going to look like a fool. That's my call.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if maybe
going to take two.
they continue this thing to Mania.
Yeah. They'll pay it off at Mania.
What y'all should have seen is the car that obviously flipped over a few times before the cops came to help that
right.
guy. Don't just miss that.
Goodness.
Man, I wish I was on that adventure.
Well,
I'm kind of glad I wasn't.
yeah.
Keep it going. I think they're going to keep putting Apollo over, making him the hero. Keep Big E getting intense, make him even more of a heel. What do you think? We got some lag.
No, I heard you. Milo, two things. What's your call on this match? And two, have you worked with anyone in the ring, including the ref?
So, man, they're already going big already. Spear to the outside.
No. Just make sure we're not the spear. It was
Okay,
a
yes,
spear.
not these two.
Yeah.
So, I think big. They're I like what they're doing with Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think this just helps elevate Big E and pushes him higher and higher and higher up that chain. I have worked with Apollo Crews on the Indies when he was Uha Nation, which is more similar to this Apollo Crews character with the scarf and the more tribal,
Right, the attire and the
that tribal appearance, spear, everything. So more familiar with this type of character than when he was Apollo Crews. And
did you do a test of strength with him?
No. This was when I was managing at FIP. So luckily
did he
I didn't
throw
have
you
to
into
wrestle.
the crowd.
He would have murdered me.
Everybody did. Milo took a beating better than anybody.
And yes, I have worked with the referee.
I haven't got his name.
If anybody out there has not seen Milo's, just look Milo up on YouTube. So you have some of the best highlights I've ever seen. I want a sizzle reel of just you getting thrown into the crowd.
I'm not a fan of that. So
There
one
was a clip
time
you shared once that you were in the wheelchair and you went backwards over it into the crowd. It was the most painful. Like I wanted to call and check on you, even though I knew the clip was 10 years old.
So for those who don't know, I did my character Milo Beasley was given to me by the name and everything was given to me by CM Punk, who I managed for this company called FIP. So he brought me in off the streets. And so we did this gimmick whenever the ref was turned. So like I was a homeless vet, and whenever the ref's back was turned, I would get up and I would do something to the babyface wrestler, right? Mm-hmm. Sit back down in the chair, and these small little crowds would eat it up. Like they're there's 150 people in the crowd and 3 teeth between them. So they would I would be getting death threats, like literally death threats at ringside. So it was really good. But one show I was wrestling, I wasn't wrestling, but I was managing somebody, and they were wrestling X-Pac, Sean Waltman. And he looks at me, gets out of the ring, goes behind, I don't know what he's doing, goes behind me, grabs the wheelchair, and starts running with it, and then just dumps me over face first.
Yep.
And I'm just down for the rest of the match. And then he comes over afterwards, and he's like, "Hey, man, everything good?" I'm like, "That's fine." He's like, "I just saw you, and my eyes turned red, and I knew I had to kill you." And I was like, all right. So he's like, "I don't know what came over me, but I just had to get you." And I was like,
yeah,
all right.
I think that's a testament to your work. So match is going well. I think it's typical 2 big men, slugging it out. We've had belly to belly, lots of big power moves.
Absolutely.
They're laying them in. Strong.
Here, I think here Apollo Crews is. I don't know if the better athlete is the correct term. He is a better, I want to say, gymnast. Well, he can do.
First of all, is one of the most flexible human beings I've ever seen. If you've ever,
absolutely,
and he's got cardio like you wouldn't believe. But Apollo Crews is. So now, is this the last pay-per-view at the Thunderdome? I know the next one, WrestleMania, is not, but are they coming back to that after? Or
they're actually going to be at the old USF Sundome. It's now called the Yingling Center, but it's at the USF Sundome, which is my college. So they will be taking place at the Sundome at the University of South Florida, which was the home of the 1995 Royal Rumble.
Do you remember who won that?
Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
Oh.
Right? Yes. That was Shawn Michaels, right? That was British Bulldog.
Is that the one where they both went over at the same time?
It was the one where Bulldog threw Shawn Michaels over the top rope, but only one of Shawn Michaels' foot hit.
The one foot swung across.
Right, and then he skinned the cat.
Yeah.
I think I just missed the finish, talking about cats.
We don't have a finish where I am. Oh, there was a finish?
I hear a bell.
Oh, okay. I don't have the sound on, so to me it looks exactly like the match, except for that the ref has left. So, yeah. So this makes sense. So they wanted to finish the match. And, it looks like Big E keeps the title. I'm assuming Apollo's disqualified for something. And, he comes out looking strong.
Bingo.
And you need to have a rematch now. I do like this. I like this Killer Instinct, character he's doing here. And I like the guy in the crowd with the mustache right there to the left. I like that guy who just looks like.
Sure if he inspiration, but
yeah, I didn't see a finish, but I don't see a ref. So
no, the ref. Yeah,
he got the scarf. He got the scarf, so I guess it's over. You're not gonna wrestle with that on.
For sure.
I do like.
He's got the scarf where you are.
Yeah, he put the scarf on. Now he's leaving. I'm ahead of you guys by like a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The network is definitely ahead of Peacock. But when everybody is on Peacock, then everyone's going to be at the same place.
None of it matters. We're getting to a place that's interesting. I was thinking about this on New Year's Eve, that years ago, New Year's Eve was an inexact thing. You'd be home, you'd look at the clock, you'd be like, oh, it's almost midnight. Then we had television, synced it up, and everybody's like, we're all watching exactly the same time. Now we're all streaming, and it's all over the place. People are celebrating 30 seconds before, 30 seconds after.
All right, yeah, so now he has the scarf. Now he's in the ring.
I'm watching a DraftKings commercial.
All right, so
I will, as a side note, I tried to be in the virtual crowd for a couple shows with my son. And one time we were told, several times we got in, but by the time we went to sign in, it said it was full. But one time we got in and it said we were, the first group. So it was like right at start time for Raw, I think, or SmackDown. And so I set up everything because they were like, make sure you're well lit. Make sure you're wearing a generic shirt with no writing on it, unless it's a WWE shirt. Like they had all these rules, and I was like, all right, let's get everything set exactly the way they want it. And so I set everything up in this weird hallway upstairs because I wanted it just what they didn't want anything in the background or whatever. And I sign in, like at the minute it's supposed to sign in, and they were like, we're full, have a nice night. I was like, I guess we're not going to do this. And he's like, oh, dude, there's no chance. I'm like, no, there's no, we can't, unless we can get on a plane now and get there and sneak in the building. We're not going to see this.
Guy, I'll make sure you get hooked up. I'll hook you up.
Thank you.
I'll make sure your son gets hooked up.
I would love to do it.
Have you guys tried it at all? Like, Guy, you never.
I tried multiple times. I never got in. I think 3 or 4 times I've tried.
Yeah, I haven't tried, but I'm curious about what it looks like when from like your side. Like, what are you watching? Are you watching?
Well, what I was told was
or?
you get a feed, and there is, I don't know if it's Kevin Dunn, but there's somebody talking to you, saying, oh, this part's exciting, everybody cheer, everybody. So they do coach you along during it. All right, so who just won this Old Spice commercial? We're getting the 24/7 title. I thought Bad Bunny still had
Bad
it.
Bunny was the champ.
Yeah. So the Old Spice guy. So this may be like
R-Truth got back.
It's a shame. I thought Bad Bunny was going to keep it forever. That he's going to be like the honky tonk man.
But who is this Old Spice guy?
Yeah, I know. It looks like Peter Avalon.
I mean, he's pretty built. He's not a twerp. So.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a guy that can work even in a Mr. Rogers sweater.
It's awesome.
I like the 24/7 title. I like the idea of having some, silliness. I mean, I really think that if you have some silliness and then you put on good matches around it, I think it's worthwhile.
Yeah, we had the Toxie title at FSCW.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, both were introduced by Mick Foley.
Yes, both were introduced by Mick Foley. So that was our version of the 24/7 title. Barry Boswick was a champion at one point.
Referee Bruce Owens was champ.
Yes. So the list of Kid Cadet was a champion.
She was, yeah.
Corey Taylor from Slipknot was a
Are
champion.
you just trying to make me feel bad that I was never champ?
I was never champ either. I was a tag champ.
You are? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You're the reigning tag champ.
No. We lost.
Oh, no? Oh, I thought you guys still had it.
I'm the current champion.
We need to get Oh man, I would love for Chris to have the Toxie title and Josh just chase him around an entire convention trying to beat him for the Toxie title.
One group champion.
Like during their live panels, like their celebrity panels,
that'd be great.
They're just trying to beat each other. That's actually how Barry Boswick won. Barry Boswick won the Toxie title at one of his at a Rocky Horror live Q&A panel.
Perfect.
So,
and then he tossed it in the trash, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
because he couldn't lay down.
Yes, because he couldn't lay down, so he tossed it in the trash.
All right, here's Braun Strowman.
Man, I can't wait for conventions to come back. I just want to be in charge. I just want to be like the head writer in charge of the Toxie title.
It's like when they went away, you all of a sudden realized all the stuff you didn't do. There were so many, you didn't seize the day so many times. Braun Strowman coming down. This guy, I think he'll be around forever. This guy is really got just a perfect look.
I am such an Elias fan. I mean, I think he is the total look at that body. He has such a great body. He is super jacked, looks like $1 million, and can do the guitar thing just like The Rock.
Yes, and we share a birth date. Not birth date, birthday. He's younger.
You and okay, that's awesome.
He's a lot younger than me, but we share
So,
the same day.
I am such an Elias fan.
I like him too. I think he's good at either heel or babyface. I've always liked him on either.
What happened here? Did Strowman say I don't know?
He said I don't know.
Shane had to dump the green slime on him.
He said I don't know. He got slime. He should have said water. It would have cleared him right off.
Yeah, that would have helped. Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to understand that happens.
So we all understand you can't do that on television, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
I talk about that show. Like I talk about water or slime, and people are like, "Oh yeah, slime!" Like Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, and I'm like,
"Yeah, no, but that's the origin, you know." It was actually Canadian television first.
Yeah, Alanis Morissette was on there.
Mm-hmm. What do you think's in the burger?
Firework.
That's perfect.
Alistair.
Yeah.
What do you get?
All right, guys. So
lockers. I love
lockers.
What was the
great,
Diners
right?
guy's name? Right? What was
the lockers were like the hee-haw bushes, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Guy, if GalaxyCon ever does a convention
It's
in Canada, we have to do a "You Can't Do That on Television" panel.
Get them all together.
I think. How about a drunk on "You Cannot Do That on Television"?
I love him.
I wonder if Bob is still alive.
He's not. That actor
He is
passed
not.
away. I went on a wormhole not
Yeah.
too long ago.
Oh,
Yeah, he died
Heard that.
not that long ago too. I want to say like 2 years ago, maybe.
that's a bummer.
He was Lex
The
Lyle
mom's
was
still
his
around.
name.
The
Really?
her name, yeah.
He was a Canadian TV legend. Had another show called
Yes.
Willie and Floyd, I believe. Before
See,
that.
this is why we need you to lead this panel.
Well, I know. Unfortunately, we're not talking about this match that's happening.
Wait till I don't think if people wanted to watch the match and talk
Move
about
to
the commentary,
Grassy
they would
High
watch the match and talk about and listen with the commentary. That's
This
not what they're here for.
This match, it's a lot of it's good. It's cat and mouse kind of thing. I love cowardly heels. To me that is my favorite of all time, which we don't have anymore, is cowardly heel managers. I just love the guy who hits them and then when he turns around, does goes down to his knees. I love that, and I love guys like Elias who look like they could take you, but then they sell you on the fact that they're a wimp because they cower and and cheat. I dig him. I dig what he's doing here.
Absolutely.
Eddie Guerrero was one of my favorites that did that guy.
He was one of the best at
cheating,
it. Yes. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Smack somebody
Again, 'cause he was-
and then smack the chair to the floor, walk around like he got it. Right?
It's absolutely, to get the ref. But it's such a skill because you get the crowd to think, oh, well, I could beat this guy. This guy doesn't belong in there. This guy's a cheater. And it's perfect. It's the best kind of heat.
Right. Guy and Joe, you guys have probably the same childhood growing up watching wrestling because being in the Northeast, right? Because Joe, you're Jersey, right?
Yep, North Jersey though. I think Guy's more central, right?
Central Jersey. But yeah, no, we got I got all WWE here. I could watch some
We don't like them
NWA.
guys up here in the north.
And where I lived, it's good because I'm equidistant between Philadelphia and New York. So I would see a lot of shows in Madison Square Garden and then see a lot of shows in Philadelphia. And then when ECW came out, I went every I don't know how often they ran, every month or every week or whatever, for a long time because I had a friend who loved it and we would go to every show for a while.
Awesome.
I used to
Josh,
go to the old,
where are you
Brendan
guys
Byrne
originally
Arena.
from?
Oh yeah, the Brendan Byrne Arena at the Meadowlands.
That's right.
Back when they used to name arenas after people, like the Met Stadium. All right, so we've got do we have an ending here or not?
We have
yet?
an
It looks
ending,
like
yep.
We do, yeah.
Braun Strowman. I mean, this was never in doubt, right? Like he wasn't
Yeah.
even. He was
Put him away
barely even on
quick, and
defense.
It doesn't even matter. I mean, that's what's good about it. Yeah, they used to name arenas after, like, the stadium for the Mets was Shea Stadium, which was named after a lawyer who helped get that stadium. Brendan Byrne was the governor of New Jersey, who, by the way, once fought Muhammad Ali wearing a winter coat. So if you ever want to,
Okay.
seek out, there are pictures of it online. Ali fought him in an exhibition bout.
Huh.
For charity, for fun. Ali used to do that all the time. Ali fought just about every ridiculous. He fought Sammy Davis Jr. once. He fought Lyle Alzado. It was like anybody that wanted to fight Ali. Ali was like, "All right, I'll come. I'll do it. I'll raise money for your thing."
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that Braun Strowman was excessively sweating?
Yeah.
Like, it was like to the point of distraction. It was actually dripping and like falling off of his face.
Which I'm wondering if, like, I mean, not that I guess TVs don't really put off as much heat as they do, but I mean, with all the lightings, plus it's literally just light from TV screens all around. So
Yeah.
I've never wrestled in that environment, but I wonder if that's hotter than like a regular just lit environment.
But Milo, when you go to do a match, you wet yourself down. That's a general thing. Do guys baby oil themselves still? And
yes,
I mean, what kind of?
And I hate it. I hate when guys baby oil. But like,
Well, what's the reason? What's the reason that you do this?
It gives you a more defined look. Yeah, so that wet look is more defined.
Yeah, I see.
But man, I hate it. You go to grab somebody and they just slip right off, and it's horrible. And then you have it like just on you.
It doesn't wash off easy.
No, or then when somebody goes to pin you, if they lay across like your face, then your face is all slimy.
What was that?
What was that, Andre? No, too much oil. I forget who it was.
No more baby oil. I've heard that. I don't remember who it was. Might have been Warriors.
But yeah, Andre gets it. Too much oil. I mean, you got to pick somebody up, and they slip right out of your hand. You drop them on their head.
I always thought Triple H poured water over his head so he wouldn't burn up with the pyro, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I never did baby oil ever. I've never covered myself in baby oil.
That's why you never.
I mean, at least in the ring,
as you really are. You're the Adonis figure that you would have posed with that baby oil, but as a heel, you didn't want to do that. I get it.
Right, of course. I guess. I guess I wet my hair with water.
Exclusively on Peacock.
So
have you guys noticed any still images?
Any what?
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Say
Like
it
not
again.
live people moving on the monitors. They've taken a still shot and they just left it up there for like a filler. If you notice, look at some of the screens.
You know what?
Oh, interesting.
As you were saying that, I noticed one of the faces was like someone was like half blinking, and it was just like that.
I've assumed that they must record some of those and then just keep them in the bank. I have seen where you can see the same person a couple times, but I would imagine that you got to fill a lot of them. It's
right. So the thing about that you said about being, them being full. Sometimes if you see a wide view, a lot of times you'll see like the same person like 10 times in a wide view.
I think that they probably can only have so many because somebody's got to watch them. There's got to be people sitting there looking at those screens to make sure people aren't breaking the rules. Somebody's got to ruin it.
Right.
Put their butt on the camera or whatever.
You know it. All right, now we got.
I like Matt Riddle.
Priest. No.
Matt Riddle got his
I like him
start
too.
at the Monster Factory in New Jersey, so I got to see him wrestle a whole lot when he had come out of MMA fighting and started training as a wrestler.
Luckily, I was able to interview him for the Milo Beasley show prior to him signing.
Did he always have the flip flops, or is that a new addition?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
You get to see that one.
Always.
Yeah,
I
always
believe
had
I've seen
flip-flops.
that. I believe he
that's
always
him.
wrestled barefoot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's always wrestled barefoot because that's how he fought in MMA.
Have you ever wrestled barefoot, Milo?
Yes. Well, more so just like train. I don't think I've ever had a full an actual match, but like in training, I've definitely trained in barefoot.
You've never done
He's like
one of those
Boner.
request videos for a man where he wanted your feet on the video.
I have.
What do they
I
call
have
those?
done
What's the term for this? Yeah, custom.
Customs. I have done customs where I am barefoot.
Yeah.
And it was requested, like me specific to be barefoot, which means somebody specifically asked for Milo Beasley to be barefoot.
Yeah, customs. I was trying to explain them to a friend of mine. They're so weird because if you watch them, they're not offensive. They're just weird. It's just
some could be. It depends on.
I'm
it
sure you
depends on
can
the
get
company.
very custom. But all the ones I've seen, I haven't seen yours, but I've seen ones with lots of people that we know, and they're ridiculous. I mean, they're just so funny.
The main thing that we would do in customs is try to get the other person to crack.
Okay.
Just by saying the most ridiculous things, overselling, just try to get the other person to laugh. And I broke one time while I was being pinned, because the person pinning, like the girl pinning me, said something, and I just started like choking and pretending I couldn't breathe. It was horrible. All right, so now this should be a really good match. This is Seth Rollins, right?
Mm-hmm. Now you've worked with Seth before.
I have. I worked with him for a long time in FIP, Full Impact Pro. Again, I got brought in by CM Punk to manage him. He got signed.
Mm-hmm.
So then I didn't have anyone. Then they put me with Bryan Danielson. So I was with him for a while. He got signed. So then they ended up putting me with Seth Rollins, Tyler Black.
Right.
And then he got signed.
By Ring of Honor?
By the WWE.
Okay. Because I was at his last Ring of Honor show where he...
Right. So he was
I think he was champ.
Rabbit foot.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Everyone who they put me with...
Everyone that rubbed Milo.
Everyone who they put me with is now in the WWE. So, manager
Milo's
Milo's
like the rabbit, though, that is missing one foot and is just really upset while everybody else has good luck.
Fun story. I met Shinsuke Nakamura at Disney World once. I have a picture of him in Tomorrowland.
Was he with Andre Brown? We have Andre, right?
Andre
we have
got
a
him
mutual
in.
friend
He wasn't
named Andre.
with him.
And Andre gets a lot of the wrestlers into, if you're a wrestler and you'd like to go to Disney for free, find Andre. And Andre they say he's a friend of like Chip and Dale. And so he's inside. If you ever meet with, it very well may be him as Chip or Dale or many other. Robin Hood, I know he does. He's the sweaty man inside the costume.
It's Shinsuke. So it's
one of the more
okay. So
surprisingly
it's okay. I should keep up on the product more. So it's not Cesaro and Seth.
No,
It's
yeah, no. Seth
and
beat up
Shinsuke.
Cesaro like 2 weeks ago on SmackDown and beat him senseless.
As one does.
This will be a great match.
Absolutely. Okay, so speaking of Nakamura, and everyone knows he came from New Japan. Did you guys see that during the middle of a New Japan show there was?
Yes. 7.1 earthquake.
Yeah, they were wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden this earthquake.
Yeah, there's an earthquake. The commentators, mentioned it. They went to a wide shot so you could see the ceiling. I liked, one of the wrestlers turned into the crowd and be like, everybody calm down. There's an earthquake going. I wish that one of the guys just started shaking the ring and pretending he was causing the earthquake. I would have. Ultimate Warrior would have done that. If Ultimate Warrior was around and he was there, he would have pretended that he somehow was moving the earth. And when I moved the earth.
Yeah, so I know it was delayed a while. I don't know how long the actual delay was. Something we'll never have to worry about in Florida, that's for sure.
No, yeah. It's too bad it wasn't the return of John Tenta. Just God rest his soul. He was apparently the nicest dude too. One of my favorite photos. His son posts a lot of pictures of him online. So if you liked Earthquake, the wrestler from the 90s in WWE, his son will post pictures. And so one of my favorite pictures I've ever seen of him is him with his kids, and he's got a birthday cake in front of him, biggest smile on his face, and he's holding like a CD. It was like one of those, now that's what I call music CDs, and he was so glad to get this as his birthday present. It just to me, the guy that almost broke Ultimate Warrior in half, is just so excited.
That was one of my favorite introductions to a wrestler.
This mountain man from the crowd, that guy. That was a real great gimmick. Oh man, this is a good match. That was a real great gimmick. The way that they did that was they put him in the crowd at the beginning of the show, and he kept standing up and kind of being part of the show. And he walked in with everybody, so nobody thought he was a plant, and he was just so big that they say, oh man, that guy's the guy. So when they asked for a volunteer, the crowd started pointing at him. So what's your call for this match, Milo?
They got to keep. I would love to see Nakamura get the surprise victory, because I think a Nakamura victory helps Nakamura and does not hurt Seth Rollins. But that's not going to happen. I think Seth Rollins wins via cheating.
What do you think? What do you think Seth Rollins is doing at WrestleMania?
Well, our friend Jeff thinks that it's going to be Cesaro and Rollins at Mania. I would like to. You know what? I can see them doing Rollins, Nakamura, and Cesaro in a three-way.
Yeah.
And wrestling.
That would be great.
Well, there we go.
That guy with the mustache is so distracting.
He's great, isn't he? Yeah. That's not a real mustache. That would really.
I think wrestling should bring back a few more gimmicks.
I think the real gimmick though is.
Him spitting the stuff in the face and all that stuff.
Oh,
I love that stuff.
Oscar's.
Yeah, the green mist. I think throwing salt in the eyes. I think they should bring back.
Salt in the eyes was so. First, I want to talk about Oscar. So I
really want somebody to bring back claw. Just a Bon-Air claw.
Yeah.
The green mist they stopped doing with COVID.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
right.
That
because
makes sense. I was wondering why she just stopped.
Right. She just stopped because she can't spit in somebody's face during these times.
Makes total sense.
I loved the salt or the baby powder in the eyes. I did a match once where I was the junior heavyweight champion, and we did a match with a ref bump. Guy covers me. Ref is kind of groggy. Counts 1, 2, 3. New champion. Crowd is going insane. I reach into my tights. I pull out a bag of baby powder while the ref is still like trying to come to his senses. I throw it in my own eyes, and then I fall to the ground. Referee turns around, sees that there's baby powder all in the, sees the powder all in the air, looks at the baby, is like, whoa, and then restarts the match. I roll him up 1, 2, 3. So it was
telling
great.
us that the salt in the ice is baby powder, though.
It was great for the crowd because they were there's watching the video. There's this guy. He was so excited. He's out of his seat, and when he realizes that his guy is about to get screwed, his hands come down slow, and he sits down, and he's in such disbelief that his guy is about to get screwed. And then so it was great. Crowd ate it up. And then I'm thinking afterwards, I'm like, I didn't actually have to throw it in my own face. I could have just thrown it in the air.
No, it's better that you throw it in your face. But so you're telling me that like Mr. Fuji would throw baby powder and they would say it was salt. You're saying that kayfabe
or the workout powder.
So they never threw salt. They would never throw salt in anybody's eyes.
Table
Japanese.
salt?
Yeah, I always assumed it was. I just figured, why not? I mean, I figured you could recover from that.
You wouldn't be able to see if you throw salt at somebody. You wouldn't be able to see. So
right, but you don't have to because you're about to get rolled up and pinned anyway.
Well, I mean, the crowd wouldn't be able to see the salt.
Oh, I see.
So it's all about the crowd.
You're saying it's usually baby powder or workout powder.
Yes, so that way it creates that big puff.
Look at this spot. Oh, that
did
was
I just
great.
Ruin it? Did I just ruin it for you, guy?
Yeah, no, you didn't ruin it, but I didn't know that. It was one of the things I believed. So this foot to the back of the neck on the apron was pretty solid. I like that.
Absolutely, this match is really good.
Yeah, these two work very well together.
I like how they speed up. Yeah. Nice editing.
I'm trying to sync up to all of you guys. What are you looking at right now?
I am looking at
a replay of
Shinsuke just fell to the floor.
Yes.
I don't know where that is. I'm trying to backtrack a little bit and
why don't you tell us what you're looking at? Why don't you tell us what you're looking at and pause your screen?
Shinsuke.
Wait, hang on. I'm looking at
because you're ahead of us, so don't go backwards. Just tell us where you are, and we'll tell you when we get to you. If you pause.
I just saw the replay of Seth jumping through the ropes out onto the floor,
and so you're back live from that.
Oh, I'm live now.
Right. No, so Seth just did a springboard.
Yeah. So wait. So he should be paused now because we're still way behind him.
Okay.
You're still way behind. Okay.
I believe the replay is probably after this.
You saw flying headbutt.
Probably show the replay here. So this should be the replay that he's talking about, right, Milo? I think this is going to be.
Yep.
So the replay is about to happen here. The replay of him diving, and you want to play right about now. All right.
Okay.
So now you should be exactly in sync with us. Covers him again. It looks like now he's pulling him up.
Yeah, so you're pulling them up.
Yeah, yep. So that's where we are. So we're all together now. All right, looks like we got a suplex coming here. You can see some damage to Seth's back. Shinsuke dropping down to his knees, which shows how suplex could never work because if the guy drops to his knees, it's all over. And if the guy is beat up enough, that's one of those counters that reveals too much. I loved when Shinsuke used to come out with a violinist.
Yes, absolutely.
I did dig that.
Yeah, I really missed that. The early Shinsuke stuff. His really long intro.
Mm-hmm.
I used to love that stuff.
Something I just noticed. So like mustache guy keeps like the feed keeps cutting on him. It keeps like jumping. So either his internet connection is nice kick by Shinsuke. Either his internet connection is crap, or they just keep replaying over and over.
Mustache guy should have like he's got a staircase behind him. He should have people constantly entering the frame, like special guests. I think a gimmick that somebody should bring back is bring it back. Nobody ever did it before, but somebody should hand out fake mustaches, kind of like how Al Snow, everybody had the mannequin head, in ECW and stuff. I think that there should be a wrestler that a fake mustache is somehow involved, or maybe he's known for his mustache, because I want to look out into a crowd and see everybody wearing a mustache, a big old fake mustache. That's what I want. I want that to be a piece of merch you can buy. Yeah, I want a guy with a mustache wearing a mustache over his mustache.
Well, there was Dan Severn.
That he would have been great for that. Dan Severn, if every time he wrestled, he had a fake mustache. Like, wouldn't it be great though if Dan Severn, just kind of like how Bret Hart would take those glasses off and put them on a kid, if he took his mustache off and put it on a child in the front row. I met Dan the Beast Severn once at an autograph signing, and he was super nice. I was very impressed by how nice he was, and he had a really good line. And he was nice, because usually sometimes when people have a really good line, they're not so nice because they just want you to get out of there so the next guy can come up and give them money. But I met him back when he was had left UFC and was starting to do pro wrestling, and he had all his UFC belts with him. And I was like, why do you have these? Because I didn't understand UFC, you get to keep it. But he explained it, and he's like, well, this one I won at this time. Do you want to hold any of them? And I'm like, oh God, no, I don't. I didn't earn it, the ability to hold your belt. But he was very nice. He did not let me wear his mustache, so
UFC belts are kind of like trophies per match. Like, if you win, you get to take that one home, and then they just make a new one.
Wow.
Coca-Cola. There you go, kid.
I like your mustache, Mr. Severn.
Trying to recreate an old Coca-Cola Mean Joe Green commercial. Ripping off his mustache.
Yes. Instead of throwing him the sweaty jersey, he throws his mustache at the kid, and it just lands on the kid's nose.
All right. So, hey, what if we did that with Beast as Mr. Satan or Dr. Satan, and he takes off his foo and puts his foo on some child.
Yes, we would have to do a plant for the first night at least, because you don't want the kid to react weird. But you have to do it and sell it like and have the kid wear it the whole rest of the night, and have that be like the opening.
You need to get that sweaty thing off of me, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah. So all right. So next time, when we'll get Beast to be Mr. Satan, and we'll have a fake foo that he takes off, and at the end of the match gives it to a child, because he has to have it during the match.
Yeah. Now, Milo, you have won some titles. Do you have any replica belts of any titles you've won?
I have not replicas. I have a couple. I have a couple belts.
How did it work out? Did you have to pay for them? What happened?
When companies close and you have a title,
you're the champ.
You're the champ for life.
All right, there goes Seth. Seth has gone over.
Come on, point to the sign. Do it.
Do
it. Point to the sign.
Come on, the sign's right there. Cameraman's in the position for it.
People don't look happy about it.
But there are some companies that I was the champion for that went out of business, and I'm still the champion. So
that's good.
I'm willing to defend those titles anytime.
That's good, because I would think
his title.
Interesting commercial here, huh?
Yeah, a little COVID commercial. I was interested in knowing if WWE will ever have live crowds, because boy, they must love the control of not having to have a live crowd. There must be so much, like, there's some good that comes with the live gate and all that, but knowing that you don't have to deal with the fans at all, they're
I mean, maybe Vince, but
I know I'm saying that I get that the wrestlers want the fans, but I'm just saying, like, you'd never have to deal with a crowd chanting the wrong thing, guess what? You just turn them down, and nobody can. You can switch the feeds. You say the wrong thing. Guess what? You're not in the front row anymore. You're off the screen. You do the right thing if you want to go back up on the screen. Rhea Ripley debuts tomorrow. I dig her. I enjoyed her match at last year's WrestleMania, and I think she'll be quite a force. Milo, do you have any favorite? Actually, let's go around to everybody. Joe, and I'm very interested in hearing what everybody has to say about who they like in the promotion right now. I love Shayna Baszler. Adore Shayna Baszler. Drew is great. I think I liked him when he first came out years and years ago when he had that really cool intro with the music that stopped and at the slow motion. And but I've been really enjoying what they've been doing with him. I want to see Brock Lesnar again. What are you guys looking forward to? We've got one more month to the biggest show.
So, guys, somebody who I think Matt Riddle is great. He can do it all. Special guest coming in, everyone.
Hey,
Look who it is.
it's me.
Yay!
Hey,
Cadet, how are you doing?
I am so bored in quarantine, but I'm doing okay.
Yeah, you're in the quarantine, stuck in a hotel room.
Yes, I'm doing a show that films this week. I'm in LA, and so I've been quarantined for the past week, and I'm losing my mind, but I'm excited for the week.
How's the room service?
What room service?
What? That's all I would be doing.
Wait, how can you quarantine without room service?
I don't know. Lots of Uber Eats. I should probably put on this pay-per-view, right?
You don't have. I mean, we're occasionally talking about it.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, the way that I feel, hey, if you wanted the commentary of the pay-per-view, you would watch the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
I think you want to hang out with us and chat with us, then people are gonna tune in. So hopefully, I'm hoping anyways. I think we're somewhat entertaining. We've talked about wrestling for an entire 2 minutes during this pay-per-view. But we're actually talking about it right now. Guy just asked who do you like in the current product and who do you see as like the future? So Heather?
Yeah.
Bianca Belair.
Okay.
100%. I can't say that I've been following as closely as I should be, but I feel like Bianca is definitely where the future should be heading.
Absolutely.
Who did everyone else say?
Our boy
Chris and Josh hasn't said anything yet, and Joe hasn't gotten a chance to say anything. You came in at the right time.
Okay.
Keith Lee.
But I do
Keith
agree
Lee
with
is
you.
fantastic.
Bianca Belair also for me.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
I was
Chris and
going to say
Keith Lee.
Bianca
That's a good
Belair.
one.
Keith Lee's
choice.
another favorite of mine and yours.
We got to meet him a while back, man. He was super excited to meet us. He's a huge Dragon Ball fan.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Huh.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm a big
Yeah, it's
fan of
cool, like,
Big
when
E
you get
too.
to-
I'm excited to see that myself.
Yeah, it's cool when like guys are wearing, like we've seen it with a lot of My Hero and stuff like that. But when guys wear like cosplay on their gear, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Joe, we haven't heard from you. Who's
I need somebody to move.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
who do you really like right now? Who stands out to you?
I like Bianca Belair a
Sorry.
lot.
Yeah.
I love The Fiend, but then I feel like they kind of made him a lot weaker than he was. But I do love what they're doing with Alexa Bliss and The Fiend. I think it's a lot of fun. And they're really taking advantage. We were talking about how they don't have fans. They've been taking advantage of the fact they don't have fans with Alexa and the wardrobe changes and everything, where all of a sudden it's like,
so good.
and they're like
but-
really capitalizing on that. I think
So
that's
good.
fun.
And I don't know if you saw Impact. Impact has done the same thing. They don't have fans. And a good friend of ours and a good friend of the FSCW family, Sue Young, did a gimmick. Obviously, if you've watched Impact, Sue Young does multiple gimmicks on the show. She does, the Undead Bride Sue Young. She does Susie, and what was the other one?
Susan? Is it Susan?
She did Susie, and now Susan.
Right.
Yeah.
Where Susan is like a nerdy librarian. Susie was like an young innocent girl. So they did a gimmick where Susie came to the stage area and cut a promo, and then she turned her back, and then a bunch of smoke came up, and then the Demon Bride Sue Young comes from the back.
Mm.
Wow.
And it was so crisp and so clean. Like I was watching, I let out an audible sound that I'm sure, I
What
loved
sound
it.
was it? Can you recreate the
No,
sound?
I can't.
No.
But I
You
will
have to be there.
I will definitely, I'll try to find the link on YouTube or something, and I'll post it on Twitter. It was so well done. If you guys aren't watching, Impact is doing a lot of really cool
Yeah,
things.
they do some neat stuff. Yeah.
I know this is a WWE thing, but we're allowed to talk about other companies. Sure.
I want to say, Kid Cadet, I like your new hairdo, and it matches Drew McIntyre's face paint for tonight, which I thought was
You know what? We coordinated that. He called me before the show and asked for
very
permission.
good. I wanted to bring on real quick. My son wanted to say hi. This is my son, Guy. And
Hey, guys.
I wanted to point out Josh to him. This is Josh, because I told him that I was going to be on with my friend who was inside the Barney costume when it caught on fire.
It's true. I was.
True story.
True story.
It's a true story. You definitely people have to look that
Trivial
up. It was-
Pursuit question.
It was national news.
Wait, that's an actual Trivia Pursuit question?
It was.
Yeah, tell the story if
It
people
is.
haven't heard.
Millennium Edition. Yeah. Okay, well, I was doing the TV show in '97, and one of the wires from the fan in the head of the Barney costume grounded out on a bolt and started smoldering, started a little smoke up in the head, and I had some smoke inhalation and ran off stage with apparently smoke running out of the head. No one
Barney
known
went
about it
from being a
until then.
dinosaur to a dragon.
Yeah. So yeah, they took me to the hospital, and back in the day when they used scanners, the news station was monitoring the scanners, and they heard that they were taking Barney the dinosaur to the hospital for smoke inhalation. And, it got so found out that there were news people at the hospital, so we changed hospitals en route. And I had the day off. And next thing you know, my mom calls me the next day and asks me if everything's all right. And I told her, well, I had a little problem with my costume. She said, I was going to work this morning and I heard Howard Stern say Barney's costume caught on fire. And I thought, well, that must be a joke because my son would have called and told me.
Who was the first person you called?
I didn't call anyone. I just went to the house and took a nap. I'd been on the road for a year at that point. That was my first breath. Seriously.
I too was listening to Howard Stern that morning, and was very excited because I was like, "That's my friend, guys. That's my friend."
I know him. Wow. Well, glad you're okay.
And then a few years later, the costume tech called me and said, "Hey, what are you doing? Come up here." So I went and visited him when he showed me the Trivial Pursuit question. Sheamus into the stairs.
We're getting some
They
blood.
also took that battery pack that ran, and they made a trophy out of it and gave it to Josh. He still has it.
My God, you have to post that on social media. I need to see that.
So what do you guys think of McIntyre's?
Thank you.
What do you guys think of Drew McIntyre's face paint and the whole, Braveheart gimmick that hasn't been a thing since the 90s?
No. I kind of dig it, but it's all over his neck too.
Yeah.
Now he looks like a giant Smurf.
It's a little bit Plato's too, in a way.
Oh yeah,
kinda.
Yeah. Without the bald head, it's the right colors. So I wanted to say, Milo, the reason my son came down is because he's wondering when I'm going to watch the rest of the pay-per-view with him. So I am going to check out. I had a blast talking with you guys, but now that Kid Cadet's here, I know that you've got someone else on. So I think there's enough people on the panel. But this was a great time. I want to do this again, and I wish you all the best of luck. It's great to see all of you guys tonight.
Thank you very much, guy.
All right,
I'm out.
All right, take care.
See you, bro.
Where are you guys driving to?
Oh man,
they're not. They're driving from.
We're driving back.
That was my.
Driving from San Antonio back to
NXT
Dallas.
Most Extreme Elimination Challenge reference. Does anybody ever watch that show?
Yeah.
Most Extreme. They're like, what are these people running from? They're not. They're running to. Like that was the opening intro to every show.
That show's amazing.
It was amazing. So Joe, you've never seen MXC?
No.
So it was a Japanese game show that I guess an American company bought, and basically they overdub the announcers. No, they overdub everybody.
Yeah.
They overdub everybody.
Everything,
and so
people are like, yes, it is.
they have them say the dumbest things. And then they have this the interviewer who is like the most pervy interviewer you've ever seen, and his name was Guy Ledouche.
It's on Amazon Prime, Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. I watched at the beginning of quarantine last year. I watched a ton of MXC.
I'll have to check it out then. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Well, those were very funny.
I feel like Josh and Chris would be like, if they ever did more, you guys would be so perfect for it.
Absolutely.
Oh, I would absolutely love to dub that.
that'd be awesome, please. Yes. We're buffering the match right now. What's happening?
Yeah, my
Buffering. It's 2021 for Pete's sake.
Oh well, I don't want to talk about internet connection.
I just lived the
triggered.
Sheamus just got beat up by a lot of kendo sticks, and which, by the way, who keeps kendo sticks underneath, like under the ring?
They do, because they're always there.
in the dark.
Sheamus is, he's considered, is he Irish or Scottish? I lose track.
Okay.
Celtic, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I think
Yeah, no, Drew
Sheamus O'Shaughnessy.
Sheamus.
Oh, there we go.
I want to have a good accent. He sells that.
There we go.
My name is Sheamus O'Shaughnessy. I'll be taking you to the ring this evening, and I'll give you a proper crash.
I do have to
the end
say,
of the rainbow.
I missed Sheamus's old theme song. Now, of course, I'm not going to remember what it is.
Right.
But like, before his current one, like, because I remember people used to make fun of it and call him the Lobster Man. But of course, I'm not going to remember what the theme song was.
It was from the
Anyone
movie
else?
Darby O'Gill and the Little People, starring Sean Connery.
Sheamus old theme song.
I can say I've never paid attention to Sheamus's theme song that closely, to be honest.
I think
here we go. The
entrance songs used to be a lot more. They used to be a bigger deal.
This one.
Okay, yeah, copyright violation. Thanks, Heather.
Oh yeah, my bad.
But I think entrance music used to be a bigger deal than it is now.
I'm
True.
looking for the mustache guy. I can't.
I missed the Spanish announcement.
Mustache, I think he's still there.
I missed the
They're
Spanish
just-
table.
Are they shuffling
They're just
around?
spending a lot of time.
Oh, there.
Well, I think they do shuffle it up like every match or so because they want to try to spread the wealth.
Well, you know our
Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say his face paint's coming off.
yeah, he's molting a little bit.
It's a sweaty.
But,
It's a very sweaty event.
Our friend Howard, is in charge of the audience cameras.
Yep.
So he messages me before every single event. He's like, tonight? I'm like, if I want to be in the, I don't know.
Yeah, a guy was telling me that he's failed twice to get on. So I was like, I got you, bro.
To get on the
Yeah, on the feed.
Oh my goodness! Are you guys? What are you looking at right now? I don't want to.
I am looking at Drew showing the world Sheamus's teeth.
lobster hands. I'm still thinking about this song. Afterwards, when we can play more of it.
Oh, let's go to Bucky.
Hell no. Dude, Bucky's looks like a
Bye,
parking.
Bucky's. Bye, Bucky's.
Here's these strategically placed chairs and
Looks like a stadium
tables.
in there right now.
Gee,
Oh, there you go.
Lobster. Crazy.
Jeez. Golly. The thing about wrestlers is they hit their friends harder than they hit anybody else.
Really?
Yes. The closer you are with somebody, the harder you hit them. I don't know why, but it's just what we do. It's dumb, but you can get away with
it's not
it.
personal. Yeah,
Right.
Plus, it's nothing personal. This is Buddy. He knows I'm not trying to hurt him. It's for the show.
Right.
Fair
You
enough.
can get away with it with just a sorry, bro, afterwards.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. Oof.
the two of you will go and have a beer, whereas someone you don't know, you might have some animosity towards.
What are we driving into,
Right.
Josh?
I think there's a smoke
Right. Next thing you know, like you're eating your teeth.
fire going on.
Yeah. Drove it.
So Joe, what are you working on now? You still is it Spider-Man currently?
Lettering a bunch of stuff. Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, the fun stuff. I'm currently writing some things as we just
Right.
spoke recently. Writing
Right.
a bunch of things that haven't been announced. So there's not much I can really talk about, unfortunately.
What does
Right.
it rhyme with?
Social media. You wouldn't know it. It's a new thing. So,
Okay.
yeah, it hasn't been announced yet, which is a big problem when you work on a lot of Disney projects and stuff like that, because they take a really long time to come out after I've worked on them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people are like, "Wow, so DuckTales is over, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I haven't written a DuckTales story in about 2 years." But yeah, it's over.
Anytime that I start thinking about or hear the DuckTales theme song, it is in my head for like a month.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best. One of
It
the
is-
best ever.
Life's like a hurricane,
Absolutely.
Oh, it's so profound too.
So
Yeah.
have you watched
There
did
you go.
you watch the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
What'd you think?
I
No spoilers,
enjoyed
no
it.
spoilers.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't want to spoil anything, but I liked it. It's very different from WandaVision. WandaVision was just so different that everybody was buzzing about it. This is more like the kind of Marvel content that we're used to,
Right.
It's good, but people are wondering why everyone's not like talking about it. But it's the first chapter of a Marvel thing.
Right.
I think WandaVision was just so out there that
I love it.
Everyone had a take. So there was a lot more to be said about it.
Absolutely.
I have a question that's not in regards to anything. Milo. I'm like scrolling back through the comments. Who's Francis Paul and what is he talking about? Did we already go over this comment from Francis Paul?
Which one?
The one talking about.
Oh yeah, that's how I figure I've made it. When you start getting the spam comments, that's how you know you made it. When you start getting like the spam comments.
Oh man, you made it! Congratulations.
Yeah. How about this one from Chuman Thackler? He was like, wait, hold on. Are both of these were about herpes? Are we? Is this show?
Do you get these messages?
Is that our audience now? The herpes audience?
Not sponsored.
These are present. These are current. Oh my!
Oof!
A
suplex.
Oh, I should be watching. Let me plug in my.
I smell burn.
I lost my place now. I'm not synced up anymore.
They just had us. Now they're showing the replay to the suplex.
No, I see them fighting up in the virtual crowd, which I love, by the way.
There was a suplex in the virtual crowd.
Up, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now he's putting him back into the ring area. He's taking him back to the ring area.
Oh, okay. I'm still in the crowd here. Let me see if I can catch up to you.
So the match is still going, yes?
Yes. These guys are just beating the piss out of each other. It's great.
Uh-oh. There they are. This is what we call a Saturday night in Scotland.
So I'm that they took the boxer fighter gimmick away. I love that look that Sheamus had for a while.
Oh.
I agree. I thought that was a natural character to be instead of I've got this crazy mohawk. Although I like it's WWE. We're not just doing real life, but yeah. To compare the two characters, I do prefer the more natural brawler type.
Right.
I think it lends itself to him better.
Are we all under the assumption that Drew McIntyre wins this? So are we under the assumption that Drew McIntyre wins and then goes on to face Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
To save all of Scotland?
Yes. Which is why they're just killing each other.
Right.
It looks like Drew has officially sweat all of his makeup off.
Oh, that was a big one.
Pretty much.
That was a big one.
If he wins this match and then screams, "Freedom!" I'm turning it off.
That's it. Wrestling's retired.
On this close-up they just did, Sheamus is sweating so much. There's got to be something.
See? There's some. The heat's on.
It is visible. Sweat is literally just pouring. Oof.
They've also been wrestling for a long time.
We've been noticing this in like every match, though.
Oh, really?
Like these guys,
like
water is just like pouring off of them.
And Sheamus' sweat was like going into Drew's mouth.
Yummy.
Yet they can't have Asuka spit the green.
Well, the temperature has to be
right.
Hotter than it has been. That humidity's up now.
You really, I mean, he's all super pale and red, and and you can really see the marks light up on him. Like there it
All
is.
right, guys.
Oh, yeah.
The real
Look at his
star of
back.
the
I know,
show
that's
is
what I'm
here.
Oh,
Hey. Oh, you're already gravitating towards the mic.
Yeah.
What's up, kiddo? Can you say Drew McIntyre?
Someone likes
yeah,
the
you are.
camera.
Yeah. Oh gosh, there's nobody who loves Anderson more than Anderson.
That's my kind of kid right there.
Right?
so cute.
What a little cutie pie.
Mwah.
Oh my
Hi,
goodness.
Bubba. Hi, Bubba. How you doing? How was your day? You had a fun day out? Yeah, you want that mic, huh? Hot mic.
He's
Aw.
over
Gotcha.
again.
All right.
His mic.
Mwah.
Right?
Okay, say bye.
So
Bye,
cool,
Internet.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, buddy.
Uh-oh.
I miss having kids that young until I remember how much work it takes to, they can't feed themselves. They can't do anything for themselves. My kids are like teenagers now. So. Oh,
And
and
the
then
dog.
the other baby.
Yeah, the other one.
It's circling them out.
I don't think the cat is going to be on camera.
Oh,
She's
that's
not going anywhere near.
Each other, son. Go.
All right, you ready to go? Okay.
Trade
Yeah, you don't like
licks.
being on the lap.
I want one.
All right. Thank you for behaving today during my live stream and a half.
On to the table. It's gonna be it. They're gonna.
Are any of y'all going to Mania?
No, not going to
One,
Mania.
two,
Going as far away from Mania as possible. I'm not going anywhere near that because they announced that there would be 45,000 people, and then UFC announced that they were going to do 100% capacity. That night, so 20 minutes after UFC announced that they were going to do 100% capacity in Jacksonville, WWE pulled ticket sales and said they were not going to go because they were going to go on sale the next day. There it is. 1, 2, 3. I don't know where you guys are, but 1, 2, 3. Drew
Yeah, 1, 2,
McIntyre with the
3.
win.
Yeah.
So they decided
Watched
to
it.
not sell any tickets that next day, which made a lot of people believe that they were going to, that WWE has not said one way or the other that that they're going to try to do 100% capacity in that stadium. I haven't seen the ticket map.
2 nights in a row?
I haven't seen the ticket map, so I don't know if all, like it's hard to tell, but still 45,000 people. Yeah, Nick, freedom. I don't know if they're doing still that 45,000. I don't know if they're going to do 100%.
Because weren't they doing pods initially? Okay, Jason's saying it's spaced out. We got the cat too. Yeah, because weren't they doing pods?
I think so. Okay, so
Where are
Jason,
they doing?
in
Tampa.
Tampa.
Well,
We
So-
should all
That's
let's all
probably
get a
hold about
pod
80.
together.
Let's just all get it. I'm gonna stay
And-
far away as possible.
and-
If you guys, I mean,
You get this Peru.
I'll be on my couch.
I've been there.
I'm in New Jersey, so I couldn't be further
right.
away.
Lucky.
Well, first of all, Tampa is a terrible place to go overall.
Not a fan of Tampa.
But well,
Do a
just
point.
Fun things to do.
I-
I've enjoyed my life.
well, for me, it's an aspect of weather and time of year, and the time of year and weather that I was there when I was there was horrible, and so it didn't matter what the people were
You had a
like,
bad experience.
what the people were like, what what was going on, fun or socially. It was just, it sucked. So
Was
yeah,
it
I'm sorry,
107
Tampa. Maybe you're really
degrees?
great.
Ooh, I'm
No,
excited
well, I
for
mean,
this
close.
match. Is this match next? Is this match next?
Which match? Which?
Alexa and Randy?
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
I've been
mean,
waiting for that one.
so I don't think anybody believes they're gonna there's gonna be the return of the Fiend, right? And then which sets up Fiend versus Orton at Mania.
That's if I was a
Pretty
betting
sure.
man.
That's what we're doing. Yes.
Yeah. Or we're gonna see.
Now that makeup is like cocaine residue.
Or we'll see some of the
Some of the black magic.
Yeah, some of the special effects we're talking about. It's probably pre-recorded or something.
Oh, definitely. Well, how much longer, realistically?
Is that going to be the cinema? Gonna get the cinema?
Maybe.
That would be cool.
There's just a roll of gaffer's tape just sitting on the table.
How much longer do you guys realistically think that Randy will be like a main eventer, like before he retires and gets in the Hall of Fame?
How old is he? Let's see. Let's go to the Wikipedia. Although, okay, I got a funny story for the Wikipedia. Actually, hold on. Let's see.
She's bleeding from the mouth.
Oh.
She should probably see that doctor about those remedies.
Okay, so Randy Orton is 40 years old.
Oh, that's it?
40 years old.
Oh.
So, I mean, he has another good 5 years at the top, easy, right? You can be. I mean, I'm saying at the pinnacle, at the very top, right? So he has
absolutely.
5 years.
5 to 10, I'd say, yeah.
So, all right. So here's my I just saw his birthday on Wikipedia. So here's the thing about that. I was doing the Aladdin live stream today, and according to the internet, Linda Larkin, who's the voice of Jasmine, her birthday was yesterday. Every website ever. So I was like, "Hey, happy birthday!" And she's like, "It's not my birthday."
No.
on the live stream. And I was like,
when is her birthday?
Is she aware that everyone has her birthday wrong?
Like it's on IMDb. Okay, so here's the thing.
You got Gilbert's right.
Yes, I got Gilbert's right. But yeah, she's like, no, it's in July. But like IMDb, like Disney, like a bunch of websites have her birthday as March 20th. So either every website is wrong or she is working everybody. And it's like, nope, like that is my birthday, but I'm not telling anybody.
Could it be like Jasmine's birthday?
That's
like,
what we were looking that up. But she said it confidently that we were all like, oh yeah, sorry, like I guess we got your birthday wrong. And it could very well be like, here's the thing. If one person says something on the internet and somebody goes and looks at that, like let's say Wikipedia, somebody puts March 20th and somebody goes, oh, Wikipedia says it's March 20th. So then this person says it's March 20th. And then the next person says it's March 20th. And then now everybody is like, yep, March 20th.
But why would she not change it? I guess anyone can change Wikipedia.
Right. So, but yeah, she said that it's funny because she said that she celebrates it as a second birthday, and that friends of hers will even text her on March 20th and be like, happy birthday. And she's like, it's not my birthday. Like, we're
it's
friends.
Kind of a cool story, Milo. I think
so
that's cool.
It ended up being a really funny redemption. Like, so instead of her just being like, you're a dummy, she played it into a really cool story. So, because she's awesome, yeah. and didn't leave me hanging. But yeah, so it was really awkward. I wanted to like hide.
Well, guys, I'm gonna scoot now.
Yep.
So it was great seeing you.
Great seeing you, Joe. Thank you very much for hanging out.
Yeah, my pleasure. Anytime. Let me know if you're doing another one.
Cool. We probably won't do Mania because again, Mania is like 2 days, 4 hours a piece.
Yeah.
So I want to enjoy Mania. So
sure.
Well, whatever the next one is after that.
All right, buddy.
All right, Joe.
We'll
Thank you very much.
All right, nice meeting everybody. Take care, guys.
Good to meet you.
Safe driving. Safe driving, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Ralph.
So, and then my next stream that I had, my internet just died. Not like skipped a little bit, just straight up died. So nothing I could do, I guess. Like it's and Heather, you know me, it's going to eat at me. I'm not sleeping tonight because I'm going to be thinking about it all night.
Well, you can't help technology. You know, it wasn't anything that you did.
Right.
Obviously, your internet works. We're on here now. It was a freak accident.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like, oh well, your internet could work for your stream,
right?
But yeah, that sucks, and it's going to eat at me.
It has to go to space.
I wouldn't let it. And as hard as it is to say, don't let it bother you, but you know, shit happens. Exactly,
Yeah.
Jeff. Shit happens.
Listen, hey, Milo, in the immortal words of Sam Elliott, in the immortal words of Sam Elliott,
Let it go. Hey, Mijo, that dog don't.
That dog.
All right, so this should be interesting.
How about in the immortal words?
All right, we're doing some action.
Why, Johnny?
Anyway, I was saying the immortal words of Elsa.
What's he
Let
going
it
for?
go. Let it go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there you go.
He's already coughing up the black. Randy Orton should quit smoking. This is happening on a routine basis, right?
Oh,
he's got the black lung.
So cute.
This
I love
is
her
what
so
You
much.
don't find it in the face?
No, he didn't get anything. She's possessing him. She's not even
Oh.
there. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. This is what they should have done with the God angle in Vince McMahon back in the day,
See, that's a good gimmick. I like that.
right?
I'm so glad that angle stopped quick. I was so uncomfortable with that.
I think only
She
one
was
person
so
wanted to see
adorable.
that gimmick.
Woo.
Look at that. I love that 3D
Oh,
graphic. Right?
How long has the Fiend
so
been
she
out?
got kind of like a little, a little bit of
Was
party.
that Rumble?
kind of
No,
feeling
that-
too,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Was it
Little bit of
Rumble that he got set
crazy
on fire?
Rumble, maybe.
No, it wasn't it a not Rumble? What was it?
I don't
Was
even
it
remember the last.
you
Was it
or even
was it
night?
Survivor Series then?
No, you're right.
Someone said since December, Heather, and then
I
they're
believe
calling
it
me by my
was.
birth name. TLC. Okay.
Okay.
I should just make my name Heather. Let me see. Can I do that? I love Alexa so much. She can literally play any character. Do you remember like when she initially debuted in NXT and she was like the cheerleader gimmick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's done great. She's come a long way.
She has.
Aerobics, right? Aerobics is her background.
Yeah, like dance.
Fitness, aerobics, fitness.
Gymnast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she wasn't a wrestler before she got signed, which is
No.
considering how good she is. That's amazing that she did not have a background in wrestling.
They're not going to touch, y'all. This is going to be great. They're not going to touch. She's going to win this match without touching her.
Uh-oh. Whoa!
I want to see every TV all of a sudden have the Fiend's face on it. Like if they all started like.
They've done something similar to that, right?
Well, they did it where they all go black, but I would like to see like one by one they all start turning to the Fiend's faces.
Let's see. Are we all at the same point in this?
He just hit the guardrail. She's skipping.
No.
Where are you at, Heather?
This stuff just fell from the ceiling.
Oh, I am not there yet.
How am I ahead?
Yeah, you're ahead of us.
Are you watching on the network or Peacock?
Network.
Network is ahead of Peacock.
I mean, nothing fell from the ceiling. What are you talking about? I made that up.
Oh wow, that was cool.
I'm still not there yet.
Good thing I know that was coming.
What the heck, guys?
Can I
Nice.
pause it so
That
it'll
was
like?
great.
I can pause. it
Yeah, I
for a
think so.
minute.
Yeah, you can pause it.
I'm probably gonna have to run soon because I gotta finish
Yep.
food and
No problem. No problem.
rehearse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the lights just fell.
Spoiler.
That was really close to him.
They're trying to get him out. See.
She said the sky is falling. That's great.
All right, I'm actually gonna go now.
All right.
But this is so much fun. Thank you for letting me join you for a little bit.
Thank you for joining. Enjoy
Yay.
California. Text me tomorrow.
See you.
I will.
Stay
Bye,
well.
y'all. See y'all soon. Miss you guys. Oh, fun.
Miss you.
Love it. And then there were 3. Again. All right. And we're in traffic. Just
Oh, no.
in time.
Perfect.
Perfect. We made a little bit of time. We were moving for a little bit.
Where are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waco. Waco.
Oh, we are. We're in Waco.
Oh. Oh, wait, she just did a fireball.
Waco, Texas. Oh, there's the Fiend. Wait, is that the Fiend or her? Oh, she's got a new mask. She got a new outfit.
Oh, now we're buffering.
Biscuits and gravy.
Son of a beeswax. That's a chicken there? It's hard to tell. Looks like a Swamp Thing costume or something.
Oh no, that's somebody else.
Like Trauma. I feel like
One,
Trauma
two.
Production showed up.
Yeah, that's Toxie. He's
Is that-
back. And now the ring's on fire.
Right? That was cool.
Oh, it's the Fiend, but he's all burned.
That's fun.
That's what we're doing. Okay,
It's
got
the
it.
what?
Got it. It is
It's
the
the
Fiend.
Fiend. Up.
Just toasted.
He's like Freddy
Like-
Krueger Fiend. He's Fiendy Krueger.
Has he lost weight? Am I seeing this?
It's hard to tell.
Have we
There's
gotten
still a lot of smoke.
slimmer? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of costume thing.
Right, but I mean, he had a substantial belly.
It looks like it's still fairly round.
Okay, well then he just got a lot.
I don't know how big it was before.
Is that-
The costume,
is that
the costume
Dennis-
is darker. It's a little.
Do you guys see Dennis Eckersley in the crowd? Straight back.
Oh, now we're at a commercial. McLean Stadium for Egg University.
All that money can't keep the fee going.
Shame.
So now they got to fix that ring. There's a hole in it.
Right? Or was this previously taped? Huh?
Could be.
Austin 316. He's like, what? Austin 316. Damn, I can't do it. Ian can nail that, man. So good.
What?
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 I can do that. That's about it. Whoa.
It's so
Josh
weird
is
to see
crazy.
commercials. It's so weird to see commercials during a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
But I
they used
guess
to
for
never,
$4.99
right?
better than you. Give and take, I guess. $50 was no commercials, but
It's
it
true.
was $50.
What happened to that dude?
What happened to what?
That dude's karma. Like, it was like covered in white crap all over the place.
Who's next? Who's Nick?
Yeah, get up past that rig, lady. Yeah, come on. Go past it. It's called the gas pedal.
Amazing. Yeah. Oh, we're losing. We're getting some bad lighting here, huh?
Oh, yeah. Can't see Josh. Can you see Josh?
I can see like a silhouette of him.
It's still bad. I think it.
Right here, turn. No, turn that one.
It needs to be too neat.
Reflect the light.
Right. Lighting? Can we get the lighting guy?
All right, let's get back to one. Come in, let's do makeup.
Everybody take 5. We're gonna get lighting in here. Reset to 1. Resetting. We're gonna lunch. We're gonna go to lunch. We're gonna come back. Done that one before. We're setting up. We're doing some WrestleMania matches now. We're announcing them.
Some of them, yeah.
Of course, we got the flatbed truck who has his phone in the left lane.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, yes. Yes, that is what we're doing. Oh, no, boo-boo. Oh, no, boo-boo. It's the long one on the right. You've got to keep going. Big pimpin'.
See, Waco even got an HEB, man. They got an HEB plus. Like extra HEB.
HEB. Y'all want some HEB? Or do you want some HEB plus? Gotta go to Waco, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my.
Who is that guy?
That is Paul Heyman.
Oh, yeah?
Remember Paul Heyman?
I do kind of actually, but he looks worse.
Yeah. now we can't see Josh at all.
Yes. I'm just a floating head.
It's like the Haunted Mansion at Disney.
So what do you guys think of the Fiend's new mask? It's very Freddy Krueger.
I like it.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. Yeah.
Makes me wonder if he'll keep the burned. If he'll keep the burned gimmick for as a lead up, and then during Mania we'll be back to normal, most likely.
I mean, it looks like they're playing out something, though. Playing out whatever's taking place between them and the wrestler they were fighting. I don't know his name.
Randy Orton.
Randy. So I feel like that bit's got to play out at some point.
Right. I'm thinking that they just he'll be burned up until Mania, and then come Mania he'll have a fancy new everything.
You think maybe after Mania?
Maybe.
Or is his feet? Or you think that his battle with Randy Orton will be without the mask? You think they'll get rid of it before then?
No. I mean, we'll see. I think we'll see Bray Wyatt. as Bray Wyatt doing the Firefly Funhouse. But yeah, not sure afterwards. So it'll be interesting to see. So is this our main event now? Yeah. Interesting to see. Like so, like.
A little bit.
We can see your arms. Yeah.
Right. See those guns.
The 24-inch pythons, baby.
See them guns. Yeah.
Pow, pow, pow.
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop. How'd you get your tickets to the gun show? Bam! Bam!
Pop.
Who needs a pay-per-view? You got us. And the gun show.
It's all billboard for it. It's the Get a Job College.
Look at that sky. Can you see that beautiful sky, though? We'll give you a little scenery.
So interesting. So only 2 matches tonight have gone beyond 10 minutes in a pay-per-view. Interesting. They usually tend to give more time. But
how many matches did we have tonight so far?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the pay-per-view. And then there was a pre-show.
Okay. So we got 5 10-minute matches in 2 hours.
Pretty much.
Okay. Oh, and so we've got about an hour worth of commercials here on the Peacock.
Well, I don't know. Remember the last pay-per-view only went like 2
Yeah, like even if you pay for the they still show commercials. That's the thing I don't like about it.
Yeah, the Rumble was short, wasn't it, Milo?
Yeah, it was the was
Seemed
it
like
yeah,
a
was
little
it
bit.
or was it the Rumble that we watched? Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Royal Rumble, man.
Yeah, and then or Elimination. No, it was Elimination Chamber. That's what it was. It was Elimination Chamber.
There you go. I'm sorry. You're right. My fault. You're right.
Yeah, so it was the Riddle versus Ali was on the pre-show. But yeah, so Elimination Chamber was super short. It was like 2.5 hours. So looks like unless they give these guys a lot of time, I don't know if I don't think we're going to be seeing a 3-hour pay-per-view here.
A long one. What's our stipulation on this one? Do we have a stip?
I think it's just the regular match, and then Edge is the special guest enforcer. I don't know why you need a special guest enforcer, but you know.
So he doesn't have to work this match, but he can be at Mania to battle with both of them in a 3-way.
Well, isn't that unfair to Edge?
Or maybe.
But isn't that unfair to Edge because he won the Royal Rumble?
Hey, I'm with you. I'm wondering if they might not switch it to Daniel Bryan.
Could
Daniel
be.
Bryan and Reigns for the time, and some happens with Edge.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm just talking out loud.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's all I do. Sometimes I'm right. Most of the time I'm wrong. But sometimes.
But I'm like you. I wonder why do you have him? Why do you have Edge out there as a special enforcer? Otherwise,
you're right. I mean, I don't know.
Keep his face on TV.
Well, that too, I guess.
I know it's got to be tough. I think if I was Edge, I'd be like, hey, why don't you just give me a real good contract, and I'll stay out of the ring. All right, I don't have to worry about neck surgeries. I don't worry. Contract.
So
I'll show up, do my mic work.
If you're Edge, who do you want to win? Do you want Roman Reigns or do you want Daniel Bryan to win?
You want Reigns?
Do you?
Right?
Well, you're facing whoever.
Perhaps storyline. No matter who wins. Right? Doesn't matter who wins. I'll take on anybody.
I guess. I mean, I say that. I mean, that's what I would say, but that's not what I would really feel. I mean,
sure, yeah. No, I'm with you. So, but I'm wondering, like you said earlier, Edge won the title. Edge won the chance.
Right.
Why are we doing this?
Right. Why does Daniel Bryan get a chance before Edge when Edge is the one who? I hate build up from. I know everyone loves the build up from Mania to Rumble, or from Rumble to Mania, but I hate it because guys get title shots that didn't win the Rumble. They lost the Rumble. So why do you get a title shot? Why do you get an opportunity before the guy who won the Rumble or girl who, won the Rumble? Why are there title shots being given out? And
I don't get
let's say you're on Raw, you lose the Rumble, and you just go, oh, you know what? Fine, I'll just challenge the world champion instead of I'll just challenge the Universal champion instead of the world champion. And even though I lost the Rumble, I still get a title shot. I think it's garbage, but that's just me.
I'm wondering if it's short-sighted writing in that, okay, look, we know what we want to do for Mania. And they just wait until Rumble happens and go, okay, these are the people that are still available. These are the things that are still working. Here's what we're going to try into 6 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever it is.
Right.
Because, how many times have we written a long-term storyline? We're going to take these guys to here and here and here and walk all over the country and then come back and finish up here. And 2 weeks into it, somebody breaks something and
right. No, for sure.
It's got to be completely revamped, right? So I'm just pontificating because otherwise you've got all these great Hollywood writers or whomever they've come from, wherever they've come from, and they should be good enough to write a long-term, meaningful storyline that works. And I think they do a lot of times, and I think that probably the most logical reason is injuries and or other things that happen in the universe you can't control.
Right.
At least that's what writers a lot of money to underachieve. But they don't pay me to make decisions, so.
Right.
I just like the use. Please allow me to pontificate. Oh, excuse me.
Well, allow me to retort. I heard that line. I thought, retort. That is some cold shit to say to somebody. Oh, you were done? Allow me to retort. Speaking of gimmicks we've never seen, I want to see that. I want to see this be a Samuel L. Jackson character. Vincent, just come in.
Right.
Have a seat, flock of seagulls.
Brad.
Check out the big
There you go, Brad.
Yeah, bet him and Matt Riddle could have a great little interaction. Well, what do we have here? Look like Spicoli is out of school.
Big Kahuna Burger.
What you eating? You know what Marcellus Wallace looks like? What? What?
Say what again, motherfucker?
So it's
There you
interesting
go.
that like it's
I
already
can't
it's
wait to
already
see.
9:15 at this point, right? Like they've already wasted 15 minutes since 9 o'clock since we were like, oh man, how are they even going to go till 9:30? And they've already wasted 15 minutes and the match hasn't even begun.
Well, I guess we see one tactic.
Stretch.
So are we going to see David? Yeah, right. Did we? Oh, that's what we got. That's what happened here. We missed Braun and McMahon, and we got a 2-minute squash with Elias.
Right. Yep.
I bet they were planning on going longer, and that's why we're stretching for 20-minute intros.
I don't know if I don't know. Man. I don't
overthink this one. Sorry.
Yeah, because I don't think that the plan was to ever go Braun Shane at this pay-per-view. I think that's a strictly Mania. I think
You think to swerve the T's?
I think it's I think Shane's a Mania or
Like
nothing
this.
type of guy.
Going. Well, I like that. They got now Braun's mad because he didn't get his match with Shane. So when it does happen at WrestleMania, it'll be more. It will mean more, right?
Right. Yep.
Maybe.
Bingo.
Here we go. Brian's gonna make him work. Brian's gonna make old Roman work tonight. Do we see a return from Lesnar?
Oh, not for a
Do
while.
we see a surprise return from Lesnar?
I mean, maybe, but I don't think so for a
To get
while.
to
Not till
Mania
after
with-
Mania.
Gotcha. Not till after Mania. He's not going to be at Mania.
Oh no, I think if they're not doing Lashley versus Lesnar at Mania, then Lesnar's not going.
Gotcha.
But that would be interesting because that means Paul Heyman might be on both shows.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So if Lashley shows if
Heyman's smart
Lesnar
enough
shows
to do
up to
that.
face, I wouldn't want to do that. Go in on a Monday, go home, come back on a Friday, go home, come back on a Monday, go home.
Shoot, I bet that paycheck Heyman's going to get being a manager for both of them is going to be just fine, just worth it.
Makes me wonder how the office folks and the production crew do, like Hunter and I guess maybe not Hunter because he has the NXT project in Orlando, so he may have a Florida home. But somebody like Vince isn't flying back home to Connecticut every week, is he? Or you think he just has a home in Tampa that he just stays at?
I know he has a place in Boca.
This is true. Yeah, he has the Boca place.
Yeah. I bet he can get from Boca to Tampa in about 45 minutes.
Oh no, it's way longer than that. Well, you mean by plane? Private plane, maybe.
Yeah, and his own private jet. Come on, you think?
Yeah, this is true. Yeah.
Do
Is there an airport in Boca, or is it just the Fort
if he wanted
Lauderdale
to go
one?
there.
Maybe.
FLL, I think. Yeah. Fort Lauderdale, I think, it's the closest one I know, but I'm sure there might be
A private.
another little strip that he can
Right.
backyard.
What are your thoughts on the piping in the fans cheers and boos and everything during the shows.
I don't like it.
No?
I mean, as far as the production goes, it makes my ear happy, right?
Right.
I think all the senses are there. You're used to hearing a reaction. So if you don't hear that at all, it's weird.
Right.
Just like when I'd watch soccer games when it first started, they pipe that stuff in, and even pipe in some of the team songs and the audience, the crowd songs that they do along. But then sometimes I'd hear some piped in boos with calls, and I'm like, okay, what? Now you're taking a literary license.
Right.
I just want to hear some people cheer. I don't know.
It's easier to I guess it's easier to control the crowd. They're not chanting something you don't want them to chant. But it's interesting that the crowd before booed Roman Reigns, but now they want people to boo Roman Reigns. So
right, and to that point, I have always said and took the viewpoint of the basic art form of it is using the audience, right, making them feel a certain way, and sometimes the audience tells you how they're going to feel no matter what you do. You know what I mean? They started booing The Rock. So they tried to keep him a baby face, but then they were like, you know what? Let's embrace this. And he turned heel, and that worked. So I think if you the audience, you're doing a disservice to yourself, honestly.
Right.
Like the audience is telling what. No, and I also, on the other side of the coin, I understand you're a publicly traded company now, and you have other people to make happy than just the people sitting in the stands necessarily. I get that. I don't like it, but I know that that's what happens.
Right.
So yeah, I really, and being from a live performer, especially comedy, I gotta have an audience.
Right.
If if they're not digging it, I gotta change. Even if I've done this bit 1,000 times before and it's killed, if they're not liking it tonight, I gotta do something else. I can't just continue to be the Roman Reigns babyface and decide they're gonna like it eventually. It doesn't work that way. And I think it's shown that it doesn't work that way very well in wrestling either. But, that's my opinion.
Nice drop kick.
Daly tells me to avoid 635 in the parking lot. I don't think we have to go near 6. Where? At some point, you just come up on Sandy Lake. That's Cover Springs.
What's interesting is it's telling me to go to I-35W North, which is towards my house. So I haven't plugged in for you. So there must be something going on in Dallas that we have to go all the way around. Sorry, sidetrack, Milo.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Just get where you need to get safe.
Oh, we're doing it. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad this worked out, kind of.
Yeah.
Not the most ideal situation, but it's made this trip much more enjoyable. I can tell you that. Thank you.
Absolutely. You know what's going to be cool? I think when conventions finally do come back and we're all hanging out, I'm sure the schedule is going to work out to where we are all together on a Sunday night after a convention with a pay-per-view. So I think it'll be really cool to live stream that as well. Maybe we can find one of those empty panel rooms and play the pay-per-view to a live audience.
How great would that be? Oh, let's do this. Let me know what we need to do to make that happen. I'll help.
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, I'm hoping that I don't know when the I don't know when we're getting back to lives or.
No,
But
but
hoping,
whenever.
Yes.
I'm ready.
I'm hoping like crazy.
Fingers crossed.
Uh,
What do we got going on with that team? We've lost it. What's our action happening?
Roman Reigns is putting it on Daniel Bryan.
He's turned the corner, huh? All right.
My phone can't figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
No. It's telling me it's going to be 1 day and 3 hours.
No.
I mean,
It's going to be a full day, guys.
Yeah, this
Traffic is.
this could take a while, guys. Oh, wait a second. That's why this is wrong. So I stand by. That's what we're doing. Woo, that was close. That was a close one. We almost went the wrong way. It was taking me to return the rental car instead of taking me to return you.
Look at that.
We fixed it. Disaster averted.
Dude, my phone want to keep rerouting and shit, dude. I mean, it's crazy. Look,
Yeah.
Rerouting.
I'm sorry. Take a right at Albuquerque.
Oh, here. Bet you that's what it is.
In 1 mile, the statue of TV on your left.
All right, so now they're both on the outside.
All right.
But as Roman is in clear control of the match, Daniel Bryan's on the outside and throws him into the I guess I don't want to say guardrails because they're not guardrails. It's padding rails, guard padding. Guard padding?
Barrier. The padded barrier.
Padded barrier, yes. Now, Daniel Bryan.
I wonder if it'd be interesting if they just
turn it
lost
around.
all of that.
If they did what?
Yeah.
What'd you say? If they
I
did
wonder
what?
if it would be how interesting if they just got rid of the barrier. If they got rid of all the barriers altogether.
Well,
They're
I
not
think.
needed.
Right? There's no crowd.
I think it's hiding a lot of wiring, especially for all those televisions.
Oh, I know it is. Huh?
And the lighting. So I think it's probably hiding a lot of things. But it does give that it gives that feeling of that it's there could be a crowd there. It's a sense of normalcy.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh, now we're back. We're getting a little stare down. Uh-oh, hurt his hand. He missed with the fist. Another miss. Uh-oh, here we go. I love this one. Blast. Really? Okay. Oh, he tried. Uh-oh, here it is. Here's the end.
This is the end.
This is
I
my
broke
friends.
his back. The end.
And tap, tap, tap. What time is it?
So 8:30.
2 minutes. 2 minutes till the tap.
He's going for the ropes. He's going to make it. So hard to hold him there. Oh, no. There it is. Oh, reverse. Oh, 2 count. In the face.
Uh-oh. Heyman's got the stun look.
They got a Creed Balboa going on right now. Both on the ground?
Yes.
Anyway, all right, you with me? All right.
Yes.
I was wanting a response there. I'm just saying.
Sorry, I was driving.
It's credible.
No question.
Credible reference there.
Trading blows. Blast. Blast. Kicks. The knot. He's trying to chop that giant oak tree down. Irish whip into the ropes. Oh!
Hey, when you go over the top rope and land on your feet, don't act hurt.
Oh, that was a good one.
You're fine.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, guys, that's gonna hurt. That's metal. Seriously, someone could get hurt.
I like this one.
Oh, just a very nonchalant elbow to the face or a knee to the face.
He usually likes to land on his knees, like with the person on their back. It just becomes a little awkward.
Well, they were on the concrete at this moment too.
All right, so where are you guys? Where are you guys at now?
These guys. We're about an hour away from my house,
Yes.
so just
Right.
coming in on 35 here.
We're real close to Sugar Ridge Winery, Milo. You ever been there?
I've never been to Texas. I've only ever done a
Never?
layover. I've only ever done a layover.
Wow, we gotta get you down here, man.
Yeah, we did. Oh, come on, Romo Strips.
Right?
They're both. We got. What's the referee doing? 1, 2. He should have already started the 10 count with 2 men down. Come on, man.
But yeah, I've never been there. I definitely want to get there, and I was hoping to get there, via conventions. But yeah,
Right?
I've only been there for a layover. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future.
We had to get Roder to start a convention down here in Texas. He's already got a few in Florida. I'm down here in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I would love it. Are there a lot of conventions?
Where's GalaxyCon Dallas?
Right? Are there a lot of conventions?
There are some in Dallas.
So there was one in Houston this week. I don't know how big it was. It looked fairly big. But I don't know. I don't know if Reed. I don't think Reed has one. Reed Pop has one. Or if Wizard World is even a thing anymore. So I don't even. Yeah.
I would if it was. We've got Fan Expo is a big one.
Oh yeah, Fan Expo. Yeah, Fan Expo. They have MegaCon here in Orlando. They have Fan Expo. I've been to Fan Expo Boston. I know they do Vancouver, Toronto. Yeah. So I know they do Canada and Boston, and Orlando, but it makes sense that they do Texas as well. They're a pretty big company.
They are selling a knockdown, drag out battle.
Yep.
Kick to the head. 1, 2, no! Daniel Bryan can't believe Roman Reigns won't go down. What will it take to topple Roman Reigns?
So you guys have South Carolina coming up, right? And
Next
was
month,
that one
yes,
that I saw
sir.
you guys? Yeah, next month.
That's right. Will you be there?
No.
When are we gonna? What you got?
I don't have anything.
You're sitting tight for the moment.
Yeah, I don't have anything until the end of August, as of right now.
Okay. All right.
I have a convention in Orlando. Yeah, I have a convention in Orlando in August.
Gotcha.
But
All right.
but that is
Well,
it.
It's coming back. We're coming back around slowly but surely.
I hope so, man.
We'll do it. It's just gonna
Oh,
take
dude,
an extra minute.
you guys got Jake Roberts and Lex Luger at that convention in South Carolina.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was really hoping that Hacksaw Jim Duggan would be there too.
Oh, is he supposed to be
Paxos
there?
doing mini away from the house.
Right.
No,
that's what
I
have a
just
feeling
I
that
just had a lot of
some
fun.
people-
He was one of the happiest, jolliest wrestlers I've ever met, man. He was so just
Oh yeah.
really fun to be around, honestly.
It's one of the OGs and still here.
Yeah. And he literally signed autographs on 2x4s. Right? So,
He has a trash can full of 2x4s.
and that's what he signs.
Wow. I bet he's making a buttload of money
Right.
too. Signing 2x4 just goes to
You know,
He's got to spend some money on them 2x4s first.
goes to Home Depot right before in whatever town they get in, whatever
No
podunk town, and says, "All right, I need a dozen
Calls them
2x4s."
No doubt.
easy.
Jeff, it's a convention called Fanboy Expo, not to be confused with Fan Expo, but Fanboy Expo. I'm looking at the date now. So Fanboy Expo Orlando is going to be August 20th and August 20th through 22nd.
All right. In Orlando?
In Orlando.
All right. One.
So now,
Two.
Edge is in there as a
Oh,
referee, huh? But he doesn't even have a referee
Tried
shirt.
to count the three. But I guess as a special enforcer, he doesn't need one.
I turned away and didn't see what happened to the. Okay, he's out.
Yep. Yeah.
He gone. Oh, he did. Oh, he
Let's
died.
see. Fanboy Expo
Just
Orlando will have Doug Jones, Donnie Dunnigan,
Uh-huh.
Jim Cummings, Margaret Carey. Ooh, Dante Basco,
Cool.
who is best known for his iconic role as Rufio in Hook. Rufio.
in the Peter Pan,
Yeah.
the Pan movie.
Yep.
I love that guy. One of my
he's
favorite
also
characters.
he's also in American Dragon Jake Long. Okay. Also in Rebels. Golly.
Yeah, I did voices of Rebels.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Rufio. Bangarang.
Oh, got the submission on. See now, Edge, if Edge wanted Daniel Bryan to win, let's say you want Daniel Bryan to win because he's the special guest and because he's a smaller guy, you don't want to face the powerhouse that is Roman Reigns, you just ring the bell right now and say that Daniel Bryan wins because you have that power, right?
Well, that works if Edge is the heel, though, right? That works if Edge is a heel, but he's a babyface still, right? So he's got to. He's playing by the rules.
You know, but do you want to win? Oh, you can't be.
Here we go. This is the Milo. Daniel Bryan versus Uso. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, Jeff. Spooky Empire is in May. Our boy Petey. I know he's announced a couple of people so far. Oh, if you're a special guest or a special enforcer, who enforces the special enforcer? Oh, I see.
Here we go.
I see.
Daniel
Former
Bryan.
FSCW Toxic Champion Corey Taylor is going to be a Spooky Empire.
Right on.
Maybe I don't even know who the Toxic Champion is, but maybe we can have Corey Taylor challenge for the title again. We have done FSCW
Twice, three times.
That's number 4, right?
So we have done FSCW at Spooky Empire before, and it's been amazing. So instead of I mean, obviously you guys are used to, you know, the Star Wars anime, you know, Marvel world that is FSCW. But when we do FSCW, holy that chair shot. When we do FSCW at Spooky Empire, it's all horror characters. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
I love that.
I bet.
I can get into some horror conventions,
Yeah, I've done Michael Myers there. When I had my long hair, I did Otis Driftwood from the Devil's Rejects. That was a lot of fun. And Leon Scott was our Captain Spaulding.
All right, so are we going to get a tap by Reigns without a referee, and then the referee is going to come to, and something's going to happen for Reigns to win?
If Roman Reigns is smart, he taps here and makes Daniel Bryan think that he wins. Okay, so he is tapping.
Let go.
He is tapping. Oh.
He's passing out. He's passing out.
Yeah, Edge just hit that guy with the chair.
Uh-oh. Edge just went heel.
Oh, damn, and then he hit Roman,
Both
too.
of them, huh? Uh-huh.
Oh, it don't even matter.
Interesting. So he destroyed both of them. And now it's Roman to turn over and pin Bryan.
Appears so, but neither of them are getting up. They've gone 30 minutes since the bell rang, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
1,
And
2,
there it is.
and it's over.
Yeah, again, you know, Edge wins the Royal Rumble, gets his main event spot. Daniel Bryan doesn't win Royal Rumble, but still gets that main event spot in a triple threat. Not a huge fan of it because it just means that it just waters down the Royal Rumble to me.
So, but we still have Edge Roman.
Yes.
At Mania now.
Right. But maybe instead of a triple threat, they do Daniel Bryan as a special guest referee.
No, I think we just finished Daniel Bryan being involved. I think it's now Uso, Daniel Bryan, and now it's just going to be Edge and Roman.
Right. Could very well be that as well. I wonder if tomorrow, or was it? I guess there's
that way. Now we have 2 matches.
I bet on Friday. I bet we end up seeing as a lead up Roman Reigns and Uso versus Daniel Bryan and Edge in a tag match, because that's what Teddy Long would want.
Yes.
We're gonna make this a tag match.
No. What would Teddy Long do?
we need those bracelets.
Hold up a minute. Before we go any further, tonight it's going to be Roman Reigns with Jey Uso. I mean, it take 8 hours to make the tag match. I love it. Holla, if you hear me.
All right, guys. Well, get to your destination safe. Hopefully you only got like an hour left in your drive. Hopefully 45 minutes now. So it was great hanging out with you.
Stay well. We appreciate you having us.
Absolutely. And I will be in touch very, very soon. All right, guys. Take care.
Sounds
Drive safe.
Milo. Be well.
All right.
Peace out, brother.
Peace.